Let's just hike them up. I think I know what's about to happen here. We're about to get really wet. Let's see if we can get one to bite. I'm gonna go real tight to the bank this time. Oh, there it is, right there, fish on. Today I'm at Bouton Trail. It's only a couple miles from the Tailwaters Lodge, and this is another TVA public land trail. And it's a really unique shape. It goes by the river. It kind of does a circle, and there's a cut through the middle, so there's a lot of things that could happen out here today. We're definitely gonna go fishing. We're also gonna try to photograph some wildlife and ultimately just have a good time. Here's where we are today. Let me see if I can. So guys, here's the trail. This is what I mean with this trail. It kind of has like a weird pattern to it where it cuts through the middle, so there's a couple options, but as you guys can see, it runs all along the river, which is very exciting. It says there's up to 1.5 miles of hiking involved, and I plan on hiking every single inch of it. So without further ado, let's get on the trail. Let's see what we can find. As usual, with most of the hikes I've done, this is post-Hurricane Helene, and there's just a lot of down trees and a lot of damage. The TVA had to come in and just clear these paths out. So there's a lot of leaning trees. There's a lot of trees that have fallen, and then there's a lot of chopped up trees as well. The first thing I'm noticing about this particular trail is that we are slightly going downhill. And as we go down this hill, I'm also hearing frogs, which is exciting. We are about to get into March. It just happens to be a warm winter day or early spring day, and I can hear frogs chirping, which is very exciting. I believe they're tree frogs, and they're just going crazy over there, and it's very marshy, so I see why. So this is one of those power line clearings that runs from the South Holston Dam. Man, haven't heard that sound in a long time. That's nice. A lot of mature trees back in here too. I love that. I'm always looking up, looking for cavities in the trees to look for owls and squirrels and raccoons, things like that. You never know what you might find when you look up into a tree. In the last month, I've discovered all sorts of things like eastern screech owls, raccoons, squirrels, you name it. A lot of animals during the day, they live in trees. So whenever you're out hiking, always look up, because you never know if you might see something. The other thing I've learned from being just a photographer that spends a lot of time in nature is you need to just slow down. Because oftentimes the best things you can find, you notice when you slow down. There goes a blue heron. Just went flying overhead. I love blue herons. Okay, so we've got a bit of a split here. I think I'm gonna go left. Based off of what I saw on the map, I think I wanna go left. So let's do that. Guys, I just stopped to listen and I can hear the river, so we're getting pretty close. I can definitely hear the river, that's for sure. Today with me I brought a plug called a TD minnow that I love to use whenever the river's generating, which today it is. I can actually see the river now. Nice, this is beautiful through here. Very, very cool stretch. I don't know that I want to cast right here. There's too many limbs, but I did just want to check it out, and it looks really good. We've got a bird box right there. Looks like an old one. Let's see if we can find a spot where we can fish. Oh man, am I tired today, guys. My dog started barking at some raccoons at 4 in the morning, and I have been up ever since, so I'm a tired guy. There's a spot down here where we can hike down and potentially cast. It's a little bit sketchy, but we may try it. I have to be careful here. Luckily, the TD minnow, it's a very buoyant lure, so my goal is to just not get it stuck on the bottom or on any trees. So I think I have a decent window right here to try something. So let's give it a shot. It'll be our first spot we're gonna fish at today. What you do with this particular lure is you cast it out and you pop it back, and what it does is it dances and pops in the current. And it's a really, really good reaction bite for a lot of trout, which is why I love to use it. So let's give it a cast. Let's just bring it back, pop it a few times in the current. Just see if maybe somebody's around that's hungry. Had a follow, guys. So first cast I had a brown trout follow him, which is a good sign. Ooh, fish on. Nice. Nailed it, guys. Nailed the TD minnow. Let's get him in. It's a brown trout. He's rolling right now. Oh yeah. Let's get him in, guys. Nice, so we've got our first fish of the day. He actually, classic scenario, the brown trout rolled up in the line. But here's our first fish, isn't that cool? Well, here we go, just a little brown trout, very aggressive, very little, go get bigger. Let's go ahead and give him a release, go get a lot bigger, buddy. There we go. Let's go ahead and see if we can get another one. That was nice. I threw it right up just past that down tree, and he was hanging out right there. And as soon as it started popping, he hit it. Let's get it back up by that tree before the drift boat gets here. That's perfect, right in there. Good spot for a reaction bite. Fish on, you got another one. Same spot, guys. Another brown trout. Nailed it. Awesome, awesome, awesome. He's rolling. Look at that little alligator roll he's doing. Let's get him in. That was awesome, guys. So trout number 2, back to back, just a little bit bigger. And boy, look at the colors on this one. Oh my goodness. Check out this particular brown trout right here. Very beautiful, lots of reds. Let's go ahead and give him a release. Go get bigger. All right. How are you guys?
Good. How's it going?
Doing good. So having a good time. Yeah, it's a good day.
Are they biting the jerk baits good this morning?
They are. Yeah, I've been here for 5 minutes. I've already caught 2. Both are browns, so
There you go.
yeah, they're aggressive today. It makes me want to go explore even more. This is my first time on this trail, guys, so this is the first spot I've even fished at. It makes me very excited to see if there's any other spots where I'll be able to cast like this. This is one of the few spots I've found so far. I believe when it's not generating, this is probably a very fun place to come because you can probably access more of the river. However, we're off to a heck of a start. So let's go ahead and stop right here. I hate to linger too long in any given spot. So let's keep moving and see what else we can find. One thing I noticed already is a piece of trash, man. I hate finding trash out here on the river. So we're gonna carry out as much trash as we can today, and we'll take it with us. Make sure that we make this place nicer than when we found it. I found another spot right up here. Yes, it's gonna work. Okay, we've got another opening right here. We're just having to do a little bit of hiking to find these spots, but now that I've found it, let's find a spot to set up this little secondary camera, and we'll cast out here. This is great. This is a great spot. One thing I'm always looking for when I'm casting, guys, especially when you've got some type of bait like this, like a crankbait, so I'm always looking to see if something's following it. A lot of times you'll see the fish before he bites, which is really exciting. We're just trying to get that reaction, you know. Doesn't appear that they're really holding in this spot like they were in the last spot, but you just never know till you cast around a few times and find out. Cast it way out there, rip it back. Oh, fish on. Oh yeah, there's a jumper. Nice one. He nailed that, guys. He liked what he saw. It's another brown trout. Each time I hook one, they get a little bit bigger. This is a bigger one. Let's get him up. What I just did there is I put my hands in the water. When you handle trout, they have a protective coat on their skin or on their coat, and you want to make sure you maintain that slime because that keeps them healthy when they're in the water. Look at the beauty of that one. About the same size as the last one. Beautiful red dots though. Man, I love this reaction bite. These brown trout, when the water's up like this, they are aggressive. Let's go ahead and let this guy go. And away he goes. Nice and slow. There he goes. Look at that. He's gonna go right down there, bury himself in the grass and hide. I've seen that many times after fish are released, where they'll go and just bury themselves in the weeds and recover. All right, so we've kind of covered this area well. So what I'm gonna do is let's keep hiking. Let's head back to where I left my gear, about 30 feet that direction. And let's get back on the trail. Let's get back to hiking. Man, that was so much fun. Guys, like my heart's so happy right now. When you show up to your first spot and you just start getting hammered like that, that's amazing. So good fishing tip is always after you catch some fish, run your fingers up and down the line. Make sure there's no crazy kinks in it, because sometimes these brown trout, man, they have sharp teeth and they can do a number on your line, and before you know it, your line gets frayed and then broke. So anyway, put the trash there. Oh, you're leaving your GoPro. Oh no. Guys, I almost left my GoPro back here. I bring a secondary one for just fun side angles, and I almost left it. This is why I love coming out to new places I've never been before and hiking around, because these are all public land spots where anybody can go to, you know, and gosh, is it fun to just explore and figure places out that you just don't know anything about. It is really neat. Okay, so we've got another little offshoot here. Clearly people have been coming back here, so let's check it out. I'm very hopeful we'll find another clearing, guys, where we can cast a few times. Let's see what we find. What the heck? Well, ow. Okay, so I've stabbed myself in the butt. Ow. It's gone through my jeans, and it's planted himself nicely. Now, dang it, these jeans were on the way out anyway. They've got holes in them, but now we're gonna have to create another hole. Darn it. Oh, man. All right. Got some holy jeans going on. Look at that. That bad boy went through my jeans, through my boxer briefs, and right into my butt. Oh. So now that we've gotten over that ridiculousness, let's take a look at this spot. Maybe. It depends if I can walk out there or not. Look how shallow that island is, but if we can't get to the island, we're out of luck here, guys. And it appears we're out of luck because that gets pretty deep, probably 3 or 4 feet deep right there to get to the island to cast. And I do not have waders on, so with that being said, this would be a great spot for when they're not generating. I'm gonna have to come back for a second video for when they're not generating. This will be our generating video. Man, it's not the first time I've stuck myself with a hook, specifically a treble hook, but man, it never feels good, I can tell you that much. This, oh, here's a little rope, let's see. Let's see here, what is this, an old stringer? Yeah, it's an old stringer, we'll take it with us. That's just more trash, honestly. Let's see if maybe we get lucky with one more offshoot. It looks like we're going to. So the trail turns left. Here's a big field right here. It looks like a nice farm. It's actually really beautiful. Let's turn here and see where this little offshoot goes to. Maybe we'll get a chance to cast after all. I thought maybe no, but now I'm thinking maybe yes. Let's see if this second spot's any good. The tough part is, guys, when they're generating like they are today, there's quite a bit of debris in the way. It looks like we're gonna be out of luck again, unless I can wade out here. I may be able to here, I'm not sure. It's not quite warm enough yet for me to just wanna like get crazy with it. However, we might be able to pull this off. We might be able to pull this off. And I'm gonna film myself walking out here so that when I crash hard or fall into the water, we get it on film. There we go. So far, so good. We just don't want it going up and over. Oh, sorry, it's slippery. We don't want it going up and over the boots. And right now, we're flirting with it. we're flirting with it. But I really need to get. Man, I don't know that we're gonna make it, guys. Truthfully, I don't know. And I may be willing to get wet here because I really. Let's just hike these jeans way up. Let's just hike them up. I think I know what's about to happen here. We're about to get really wet and the feet are gonna get really squishy, but darn it if this isn't a good spot coming up. Yep, there they go. So the water is going over the boots. Whew. Oh yeah, bubbles coming up. And it's squishy as all get out. So this may be a terrible idea. It may be, but boy, does it look good right here. Can't hike these jeans up any higher, or I would. They may get soaked here. Man, the things we do for our fishing spots, you know it? This is what we're doing. We're going for it. Yep, we're getting wet. Okay, we're wet. We're wet, but we made it. Ooh, okay. In case you guys were wondering, Yes, it is cold. It is February. But I love to catch fish, so let's do this. All right, let's zing it out there. Now we've got full access to the river, which is exactly what I wanted. And now we can pop it back and fish a little bit. Now I will say there's less structure for them to hold on here, which is the biggest difference from the previous spot. But we're gonna cover water. We're gonna cast in every zone. We're gonna do it multiple times and really fish this hard because it looks good. And look how beautiful the water is today, just beautiful. Casting as far upriver as I can, just popping it down. That's the name of the game. Ooh, yeah. Oh, man, he came right up to the bank with me. I just had a good follow there. That's what I'm talking about, is you can see these guys darting after it. They want it, man. These aggressive brown trout are here for it. They're pursuing it. They're darting after it. It's amazing. All it takes is, oh, he swiped at it again. Oh my goodness. Heart stopping every time. It's amazing. These trout are so aggressive today. You just never know when one's gonna connect. I don't know how many times they swing and miss. I've seen it a couple times right here at the bank. It is amazing. For those of you who are wondering, today I'm using a Cadence Essence 6'6" medium fast rod. Perfect for trout fishing. It's very, very good. It's a graphite rod, so you feel every bite. It's more breakable for sure, but man, is it sensitive. And I love a sensitive rod when I'm out trout fishing like today, where every time I feel a tap, I know. I don't have to wonder, I know. Let's see if we can get one to bite. I'm gonna go real tight to the bank this time. See if I can pull one off of these little islands that I'm standing on because they go way up. Let's see if we can pull one off. A lot of times they sit right on the edge of these little islands. Oh, there it is, right there, fish on. That made it all worth it. Let's get him in. Another beautiful brown, guys. Yeah, there we go. So hook is out. Another beautiful, beautiful brown trout. Let me hold him over here. Oh my gosh, what a fun day. Let's go ahead and let this guy go right here. All right, go get bigger. Very nice. So yeah, I hooked him right there off of the islands. That was the key. I've been throwing out more toward the middle, but a lot of times when they're generating like this, the fish will hold to cover way more than they hold up out in the middle. So keep that in mind. If you're in a drift boat, aim toward the soft water, toward the bank, and rip it back toward the middle. You'd be surprised what follows you out there, or in my case, what follows me in. Oh, I just got bit again, guys. I just got bit again. This is unbelievable today. That was a fouled hook as well. So this whole setup was fouled, and I still got a reaction bite. This is amazing. These darty fish, man, they're chasing. He's chasing right now. He just tagged it again. Oh my goodness, we've got some darting fish that want to play. They don't know if they want to commit or not, so they chase it all the way in. Let's see if he chases it again. I think he will. Right in here. Yep, he darted it again. Guys, they're swiping as I get close to the edge. Ooh, fish on. There's one. Nailed it. Another brown trout, guys. These brown trout are on fire today. Let's get him up. There we go. Okay, hooks out. Man, another trout, guys. These guys are on fire. All of them have these bright red dots this time of year. They're so beautiful. Let's go ahead and let this guy go. There he goes, down into the weeds. Thank you, my friend. That made getting wet so worth it. I'm gonna walk around with squishy shoes on the rest of this video, but I don't even care. I'm having so much fun right now. We caught one, we hooked another one, and like I said, I haven't even explored all of this river yet. So let's walk back. We're gonna get wet one more time. I need to roll up these pants legs as high as they'll go, and let's get back to all of our gear and get back to moving, because now I've got to get back to an interview. Whoa, that was unplanned. Oh boy, yeah, okay, yeah, oh yeah, oh. It's so cold. Oh boy, All right, let's get back over here. All right. So first things first, we got to empty out these boots. These boots are completely soaked. Oh man, they have suctioned the boots because of the water pressure. Oh, have suctioned to my feet. Look at that. Oh my gosh. So that spot was really good. I think it was worth getting a little bit wet. Thankfully today it is going to get up to 60 degrees, so I didn't get my cell phone wet, didn't get my wallet wet, and that's good for me. So let's keep moving. Here's the next clearing as we're rounding our way back to the parking lot. It's another one of those power line openings, and man, look at the beauty of this farm right here. This open land, got a beautiful barn, goes all the way down to the river. That is nice. And oh, there you go. So I can actually see Tailwaters Lodge, some of the cabins from the other side over there. So within eyesight of me, I can see Tailwaters Lodge. So we're officially back to the parking lot from that half of the loop. So I'm gonna grab water real quick, then we're gonna jump back on the trail and we're gonna do the second half. So we're officially on the second half of the loop, and I'm very excited because I know the bite is on. So what we're gonna do is when we get back down to this fork in the road, we're gonna go right this time. We're gonna do the lower section of the river. We're gonna come back up to the middle spot and then head back to the car. So we're gonna kind of do another half circle that will complete the full trail. And gosh, I'm excited. Hopefully we can find a couple spots to fish, fingers crossed. The thing I like about this piece of land here is that we've got trails where it's wooded and swampy, and then on both sides we've actually got farmland. And I think that's really cool because you've got so many different types of environments for animals. It probably brings out a lot of good things, especially in the evenings and early mornings. You know, midday can be really tough with wildlife and photography, but when that light's low on the horizon, not only do you get better colors, but you also get more activity from the wildlife. So, you know, I'm just storing away this area for future trips where I can come out and fish and photograph when it's a little bit earlier, a little bit later. All right, guys, so I'm seeing a clearing coming up. This is exciting. We finally got back to the river. I can see it. So we've kind of done our little half circle here. Immediately I see a big clearing. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's fishable, but it looks promising. Let's see what we find. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's definitely fishable. Definitely fishable. Good. Yeah, we're gonna have ourselves a go here. Wow. What a beautiful spot. It's gonna be a little bit tricky because we got that tree limb right there, but we can cast straight out and rip it back. And that's exactly what we're gonna do. Look at this, guys. This is gorgeous. I just love the watercolor. The movement's fun today because it's ripping, and that's fun when you've got a TD minnow on. Here we go. Let's rip it back, see if we can trick another trout. Nothing on that first cast, but that's okay. I'm gonna walk down here, give myself as much clearance as possible, guys, to really zing it. There we go, way out there. That's what we wanted. Now we're gonna pop it back and see who's out there. Ooh, big flash. Guys, there's a trout in there that just tried to eat it. Let's see if we can, he's probably still holding right in there. Let's try it again, same cast. You know, let's see if we can pop it in front of him. Let's do a couple more casts. I hate to leave. Man, such a pretty spot. I really don't want to leave, but I also don't want to miss out on other opportunities because I worked one pool with the bad angle just because it looked pretty, you know? So, oh, fish on. Look at that, as I was getting ready to leave. Unbelievable. That was amazing. He came out of nowhere. Here's another little guy. He nailed me right there at the edge. That was cool. Let's go ahead and let him go right here. And go get bigger, little guy. Heck yes. That is the perfect transition. I was just complaining about how I didn't want to linger too long, and then I finally got that bite that I've been patiently working on. So now let's keep moving. Let's see if we can find some more holes further upriver. I wish I had all day to do this. There's so many things that have to get done today that, you know, I'm kind of limited on how long I can stay here, but boy, the bite is on today. This is so much fun. So this is actually where it reconnects. This leads us right back to the parking lot, which is where I need to go. But before we do that, let's head straight back down here. Oh, I can't wait. I'm so excited to fish this. This is a very, very, very sketchy spot. A spot I really should not fish. And yet here I stand. So guys, here's the last little offshoot. and it looks really sketchy at high water. It's not ideal. I'm wondering if I even need to do this, to be honest with you. Do I have enough of an opening here to even get a cast in? I do. Let's see. So if I come down here into the water and I do an underhanded cast, I can kind of get it right out there. And that may be all it takes to either catch a fish or lose my lure. So here's another poor choice, but it's out of desperation because I really want to catch one more fish. I'm having so much fun. Not bad. It's a tough cast. It's coming in sideways and hot. All right, guys, last cast of the day. Wow, also the best cast. Leave the best for last, why don't we? Really got it out there. Something about saying last cast gives me more freedom to be reckless, you know? Oh, and it got hit. Shoot. So guys, we'll end on that note. This is really tough casting. My last cast, I did get a bite. It was right here where it goes from deep to shallow, which doesn't surprise me at all. But man, what a cool hike this was. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed today's episode as much as I did. This was just a lot of fun being out on this trail, and if you would like to see more hiking, fishing adventures, I've got a really good one right here. Or if you prefer to see me in our drift boat fly fishing, I've got another good one right here. Till next time, tight lines.